All right, let's give this the old college try. Daylite Archery Monarq bow from a brand new dude. This is my third day ever shooting a bow. And I just wanted to kind of look at my form and see how it progresses and track. The past 2 days, I really tore up the race skin on this thing. It's a Daylite Archery Monarq 30-pound. I'm not a fan of the sticker, but overall, it's a really cool little bow. I don't know anything about bows, like, I know nothing. I only know that it's kind of an art, and I think art is beautiful. Anything that has advanced technique, a complicated learning curve, and an infinite ceiling for mastery is something that is gonna really attract me. So when you pull that thing, it still fires with authority. A little bit of a snap to it. I wanted to practice the side katra. So like when you release, you flick the bow like that, right? You flick it and it stops the arrow from slapping into the race skin. I looked it up and they're like, oh, that's arrow slap. It's like the arrow's slapping the bow and like fanning it out and causing the head to kind of fly at an angle. And it kind of straightens up, but all my arrows look like I was shooting from over there, but I was shooting right here in the same spot. So the katra, when you flick it to the side, allows the arrow to pass straight without the arrow slapping into the bow itself. So I really wanted to focus on making sure that I'm using that technique every time. I'm taking you on my journey. I'm 10 paces away, by the way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll say, we'll say 10 paces, just so I'm nice and conservative. I grew up really enjoying golf, and golf has that same ideology where it's infinite skill ceiling. No offense, Tiger, no offense, Payne Stewart, but you'll never be the best. There will always be somebody that is going to take the bar further and higher. I think that's just what makes man great, and woman. All y'all great. When I say man, I just mean, the embodiment of human. And I think we should all study little arts, things to get better at, and just really focus on that progression. A true, actual reward system. Whoa! We knew. That one threw me off my whole game. That one got me shaking. Not really. Not shaking. Not breaking. But these leaves need some raking. Bars. Okay, focus up. Focus up. Focus up. Yeah, so I want to really try that flaka, kapow, that side cut that I flick. I'm firing left really bad right now. I need to take this sweater off. It is only 53 degrees. Now let's press forward, pull up these pants. Alrighty, love the beautiful sun. Those wind chimes, I really hope that you can hear those. It just really adds a layer to the atmosphere. And I'm in sales. I'm a sales professional. I'm in my early 30s. I'm getting older. I'm not what I once was. I'm much better. To be frank, this world is like mad busy. It's crazy busy and it's nonstop. Fast cars to fast jobs to have fast conversations to make fast money and just work. Golf, it's fun, but can be a touch expensive sometimes. And sometimes not so welcoming and friendly. I find I like like my younger days of golf. These little country towns, city, municipal golf courses, those I find much more enjoyable. I find much more relatable of people there. Maybe it's because I'm just not a big city rich boy, but I'm not really a little country boy either. Us Midwesterners sometimes get a little bit lost in the sauce, don't we? Little bit lost in the sauce. There we go, look at that. Look at that one. I hope you can see that. That's pretty close to the center. That's a heck of a shot. I hope this wind ain't too bad. Man, the wind's kind of bad. Feels good. Yo, hey, so there's this guy on YouTube named Armin Miller, and I watch him shoot like 60-pound bows, war bows and such, or like short bows, like Korean style bows or Turkish, whatever, with no glove and like no thumb ring. And I'm really curious at how long it takes to get that level of rigidity in the skin and the thumb, because that is, to me, that's crazy. This little 30-pound bow, right? This little 30-pound bow that I'm rocking, pulling it back over and over again on bare skin, it was a lot. I'll be real with you. It wasn't the most pleasant experience. And I think I even shoot a little weird without it. Maybe it's because the first day I started was with this glove. This glove, I think it's Ravenswood leather. It's got a weird little shape to it, honestly. I wish we could get some more conformity in there. That's what happens when you shut up for a second and you focus. Look how much better that is. And that's why I've just instantly fallen in love with archery. I see why it's a sport that's been practiced for hundreds of years. Well, I guess it's been used for thousands and thousands of years. It allows you to silence yourself and take a breath and just appreciate that single focused moment. And like I said earlier before I went off on a long tangent about golf, is the silence that it can provide in this busy, crazy, fast world. And I think it's important that we all have something. And it took me a long time to find things of that nature. I still like to play video games, you know. I, of course, spend lots of times with my love, watching movies on the couch or taking little trips, going to art museums or yada, 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 or even just the grocery store. But at the same time, there just needs to be a moment where there's nothing, where there's silence. And in that moment, a man can find a little bit of peace of thought and mind. That one was heartbreaking. But, if you're not willing to be the fool, or be the new guy, or the dumb one, you'll never learn anything. You'll never branch off to anything exciting. Let's take another little breath here. And when we take a breath, ooh-wee, does that feel good. Holy moly, does that feel nice. Yeah. Oh, my name's Tyler, by the way. Not a name I made for myself, but call me Dibby. That's D-I-B-B-B-Y? Huh. Call me Dibby. Look at that, those three right there. Let's bring this up here. Look at that. That'll make a beginner very happy with himself. That's how you inspire a new guy to keep going. Uh-oh. Look at them bark marks. Look at them bark marks. Oof. That might be one of my favorites right there. Man, there is a level of satisfaction that comes with this. I'd like to really get into some medieval weaponry and such as well, possibly. Well, actually, just a whole style and outfit. I had a little bit of arm slap on that. That wasn't a good feeling. I don't think you're really supposed to do that with a Korean bow. I think more English longbows need that bracer there, or that arm guard, whatever you call it. I don't know. Man, it is beautiful out here. Yeah, for y'all that are watching, maybe just wanted some peaceful background noise. But overall, a big reason why I wanted to put a video out there is I would love some feedback and some teaching around here. I can't remember if I said this in this video or another one that I was trying to do. Like around here, archery is more or less compound bows and like I'd say like, what do you call that? Like Olympic style, maybe. I don't really know of any. I haven't done a ton of looking, but I've looked. I don't really know of any Korean style bow instructors or teachers around here. I am all quote unquote self-taught, and by self-taught I mean I just bought a bow, watched some YouTube videos, and started pulling the thing back. I presume that's how some of the first archers did it, right? They just did it. So there's a word to the wiser there. If you want to do something, if you want to learn something, just do it. You don't have to be anything special. And you don't have to be the best there ever was either. I think I held that back too long. I feel like it's just a draw and release kind of thing here on the Korean bows, more for that speed. And you know, I have some more arrows sitting there, and I could shoot them, but shooting in fives allows me to do some kind of math in my head of what kind of percentage I'm hitting, and what areas I'm hitting, and how consistent and inconsistent I am. I like shooting in fives. Normally I kind of keep track of how many I've shot. Not gonna lie, those first 2 days that I shot, I was 300 times a day, maybe more than that. It's a lot of trips back and forth here, but we're talking 4 hours straight. When I want to do something, I do it. I don't play around. To my own horn, but that is what has made me successful in my work, in my relationships, in my community, and connecting to people. Is just flat out doing it, being about it. If you say it, just do it. Don't even say it, actually. Just do it. These are the ramblings and the thoughts of a Midwest middle-class man. But we all want to be warriors, right? There's like something about being a man and wanting to be a warrior. I told my girl the other day, I'm like, hey, yo, I want to go to a Ren fair and I want to like get into character and act, you know? And it's just, there's that little piece of every man that's just a boy that wants to be that medieval warrior, right? Oh, hey, drink lots of water, y'all. I'll be a broken record all the time, I don't care. Y'all need to drink more water. I don't know who you are. I don't know how much you've been drinking, but I'm pretty confident you ain't drinking enough. If you want to be strong, if you want to be healthy, if you want your brain to work properly, most of all, if you want to take good poops, make sure you're drinking lots of water. Shoot for a gallon a day. And then once you get accustomed to that amount, you'll probably want more. Just don't waterboard yourself. Unless you're like training to be in the CIA or something. Do they waterboard themselves? Is that part of their training? Do they have to get tortured? That'd be crazy. Willingly getting tortured to be part of an agency? Absolute mad lad stuff. That's okay though. I don't even know where how did I get here? I can't even, how did I get here? I can't even focus. You see why archery is beneficial for someone like me, yo? And I know a lot of you are just like me, and you're looking for that avenue, that channel. And it's, you know, it's not even necessarily a community or anything of that nature. I mean, I guess you could call it a community. I don't think they're like, I mean, you could go to like archery ranges and stuff, but just some kind of avenue. I find a lot of men enjoy solitude. I know a lot of veterans really enjoy their solitude. That's a level of peace for a warrior. Definitely. A level of peace for a warrior. It's that solitude. And not just like being, I'm not talking about sitting in a dark room alone staring at a black wall. I'm talking about time of doing activities that involved him with himself. Never forget, a warrior that has no enemies will wage war upon himself. That's an important thing to understand. And no, even if you aren't a veteran, if you aren't a soldier, if you're not a law enforcement officer or any of that stuff, you might still be a warrior. And waging war on yourself all the time is a complicated thing to do to yourself, my friend. And honestly, through that war, whew, that might be dead center of the target, y'all. Through that war, you can discover yourself and find aspects of yourself that will improve you. But also you can hurt you. I ain't no therapist, I ain't no psychologist, y'all. I ain't giving you no official medical advice, I'm just saying sometimes things are a little simpler than we make them out to be. How about you love your freaking neighbor as you love yourself? Oh my goodness. The rantings and ramblings. Oh my goodness. We're gonna leave that one there. We're gonna leave that one there. We're gonna leave that one as well, actually. And I'm bringing this just to document my excitement. on what I can do at 12 paces. Look at that. Holy moly. We hit that center target. I almost blasted my hand through the back over here and stabbed myself good. I kind of did stab myself good. Look at that, I'm learning. I'm learning, I'm hurting myself. That's what learning is half the time, honestly. You get a little bit hurt. That's okay. Getting hurt ain't an injury. You ain't injured. You just poked your hand a bit. Beautiful day. You might see less of these videos over the winter here. It is December, believe it or not. Any of my Midwestern folk, y'all know Decembers sometimes aren't this beautiful. I am in a tank top outside, y'all, in December. Middle of December. We don't even start. We in the dead middle of December, actually. That was a weird one. I felt weird doing that one. That one was no bueno. Spent all this time and excitement talking about center of the target, and then I was just not doing it again until right there. I think there's that, you know, there are some times where technique is absolutely important, but other times where you just gotta kind of do your own thing. And I'd argue that a lot of the greats in everything, whatever field it is that you desire to learn about, whether that be great commanders or phenomenal leaders or excellent peacekeepers or great, if you're a religious, great pastors and preachers, great philosophers and teachers, excellent, I don't know, software engineers or people that have developed computer stuff, right? Like, or great fashion designers, or stylists, or excellent jewelry crafters, or excellent great painters. I would argue that none of them followed every technique that was taught and pushed upon them. I would argue every single one of them developed their own styles and techniques that might have hit a rock, their own styles and techniques that allowed them to ascend above it. It might not work for you. You might have your own thing. But I think the fundamentals are still there, of course. A great software engineer still needs to know how to make code, right? Code is code. Although, isn't there something about how they're going to translate code into English? That'd be crazy. That'd make anybody on the planet a coder, right? Well, anybody speaks English. Make anybody a coder. Am I doing the katra? Have I completely lost my way and my purpose of today? Let's do this fifth arrow without flapping our gums. They're flying pretty straight. They're flying about as straight as a little cheap arrow fired from a beginner can fly, I presume. Yeah, they got a little whip to them. Just a little bit of a whip. No nay-nay. We don't do that here. We ain't about that. I think I'm gonna shoot some slow-mo videos. I'm gonna conclude this, and I'm gonna layer the slow-mo videos, and then just enjoy my piece for a couple more hours here. If you're watching, you're listening, just know I appreciate you. Somebody appreciates you. Somebody loves you. Somebody cares for you. And whatever that thing is, just go do it. Go freaking do it. Be the best at it.